I ain't gonna lie, I got asked this question, and I got asked this question to Arteta. Why aren't you playing with Ethan Nwaneri? You think he's good enough? Are you trying to protect him? Because you brought in Eze, and he's not playing well, so you got another option, and you're not playing him. Now, of course, there are reports coming out from Marseille, yeah, that they're interested. They're interested in a 6 month loan deal. I think Arsenal will get £4 million for it. And if I was Ethan Nwaneri, I would be very interested with that. I'll be very interested with that. Because if you're not playing at Arsenal, would you want to play? Yes, he's 19 years old. He's talented. And if he's not going to be playing at Arsenal, he will go somewhere else to play. He will go somewhere else to play, and no one can blame him. My question is, he played very, very well last season. So why is he not playing now? Why is he not playing now? Is he being disciplined? Is he being protected by Arteta? Is he not good enough? Is his attitude wrong? Is he being punished? What is the reason? I don't know why. Because I think he is good enough to play. From the outside looking in, a lot of people believe that he's good enough to play. But he's not. So questions are going to be asked. Yeah. And I don't think he has an issue probably playing abroad. I think he'll be playing with Marseille. So I'm pretty sure Marseille's in Europe. So I don't know what competition in Europe, but he'll be playing at high level. Pretty much so. Because if Marseille's interested, I think there's a lot of other clubs as well. I think Italian clubs, but apparently Marseille is the front runner. In terms of Ethan and Marseille actually agreeing in terms of that. I'm just interested to know where Arteta's head's at, because it's crazy. Because he's brought in Eze, and Eze, okay, he scored the winner against Crystal Palace, scored a hat trick against Tottenham. Okay, certain players ain't playing well. It's not working. Yeah, he ain't working. But somehow they're 7 points clear of the top of the Premier League, which is crazy. You don't hardly I tend to see that much when a team's it's not clicking, but yet they're gaining points. They're gaining points. So it's a very, very strange predicament to be in. But going back to Ranieri, going back to last season, the guy actually, I remember seeing him play against Girona away from home. And he took that game. He took control of that game. He scored that goal. He did. And you could see that talent. You can. Apparently, he can play right wing. For me, he's not a right winger. Because for me, for to be a right winger, you got to be able to run, take on your man one on one. Not to say he can't take on his man one on one. He has definitely got ability. But like I said, I just find the situation very strange, because he didn't even play against Portsmouth in the FA Cup third round. So I found that very weird. Very, very weird. I don't think he's going to be playing against Inter. Very strangely, I would have played Martinelli and Madueke in this game, but he's probably likely to play Saka and Trossard in this game, which is I find that very odd. But I mean, that's the manager's decision. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to agree with everything a manager actually says, and what his decisions are going to be. You're not going to agree with it. You're not going to find a supporter of any club that's going to agree with everything a manager's doing. You're probably, in terms of probably keep the faith in what that person's doing, especially when it's not going right. When it's not going right. Yeah, when it is going right, they'll keep the faith, but when it's going wrong, yeah, it quickly goes sideways. It does. But this is about Nwaneri. This is our player come out of the academy. Same time he came out with Mars Lewis Skelly. And I definitely believe he deserves some game time. He deserves game time. He deserves game time, so we should give it to him. He's good enough, but like I said, in Arteta's eyes, he might not be good enough. Or is it a question he's protecting him? I don't know. But we will soon find out. We will soon find out. He did sign a new contract, and I think that contract, when he signed it, it was before the Eze deal actually emerged. So football has twists and turns, unexpected turns of events. I don't know if he has, in terms of a future at the club, through Arteta's eyes. He probably might say to him, oh yes, he has got a future at the club. But I don't know whether he has or he doesn't. No manager's going to come out and tend to say that unless it's a full-on conclusion that he ain't. He's one of ours, and I would like to see him succeed. I would like to see him play, because I guarantee you, if he goes to another team, especially in another country, probably like France, with the way that the league is, I reckon he'll be very, 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 very successful. He'll be very, very successful, and you'll get a lot of people saying, "Oh, why did we let him go? Why did we let him go?" I'm not going to be the one of the people saying he should have gone, because I believe he should be staying. I believe he's a lot of potential in him, and still a lot of development to still come from him. But like I said, I'm not the manager, and I'm pretty sure everyone else that's looking at this is not the manager. Arteta's the manager, and whatever decision he makes, for whatever reason, that's the question. For whatever reason it is he protecting him? Is he being punished? Because I remember last season, for some reason, someone was coming out and saying, there was reports coming out saying he was being disciplined. I don't know. My question is, what's the reason now? Yes, you got a lot of strength for depth. But you got a lot of games as well. And eventually, the excuses will start running out. And then, when the excuses start running out, the picture starts to come more clearer. In what the situation is between Arteta and Nwaneri. Because, yeah, I can understand you're trying to protect the player, but eventually you got to let it go as well. There's going to be high-profile games coming up, but there's going to be low-profile games coming up. Look at this Champions League game. Arsenal won 6-6. They're through. They're pretty much through. Yeah, I think they got 2 more Champions League games in this, like, so-called table format. So they got Inter tonight, and he got one other game after against some other club. I don't remember who it is. Some next club. Surely he should be getting opportunities in that game. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if he's not in the team tonight against Entan. I'll be surprised. He deserves to play. He deserves to play. He does. But that's in my humble opinion. I know a lot of people have different opinions, but that's for them to voice. But this is my platform. This is what I got to say on their matter. What you lot think? Leave your comments in the comment section. Smash that like button. You know the deal. Hype, subscribe. Cheers.